Hi everyone, this is Em again. This is going to be very important because of the BTC level where it stands. So in last video we saw the overall pattern and how it is consolidating. My focus is not just this part, which we'll look into that when we go at a lower time scale. But first thing is we should look at a higher time scale, at least 1 day scale, and show you what I see quickly. Again, this is my opinion, not consulting. Rhythmic Analysts do not take any responsibility for viewers' action. Disclaimer. Let's get started. The way I see here is the wave is shrinking. This is definitely a recursive or iterative and fractal kind of pattern, right? So this is fractal, as you can see. And you may make another one and then tiny, but I don't want to go too much. So what is happening is the length of the wave is reducing, as you could see, and one more point is it is bending. If you look at this, it is bending like this. So it's different color, and we teach this is bending, and so it's like an arch, and then we can add another arch like here and like this. So what is happening, if you look at, that's what I mean, it's shrinking, reducing its length and shrinking. So this is a consolidation that I was talking about. It's weird because it's not moving sideways, but it is consolidation in my point of view because of the kind of pattern it is creating here. So one thing is it's fractal. Another thing is there is a definite pattern. There's nothing irrational in my point of view. And I'm looking at this whole entire wave in one unit, as one unit. Now, this is very critical time simply because now it is heading down. Now, still, it's not at a major risk, but point is, it's indicating that we have to be on alert. Now, what is important here is the 60K level. In my point of view, it must break above 60K level for it to change this pattern because the dip that you saw recently today and little bit yesterday is changing the weightage. What do I mean by weightage? Simply means this is an arch. Now, if it goes down, then the downside pressure will increase, right? And I give an analogy that imagine this is a giant tree and this is like a branch. When you pull down a branch and release a branch, and then branch goes back to its state. But if you pull down a lot, it breaks. Similarly, if you consider this piece of wave as a branch of a tree, and if it goes beyond certain limit, it will break. So that's how I interpret. I mean, this is the easiest analogy I could think of. Right. So there is a wave, and this segment is very important. So the depth of this BTC level matters to me. As soon as it breaks below 54K, we should be on alert. And if it breaks below 50K, then I think we have a major uh, risk. Now, but as I said, at this moment, I will not assume and press a panic button. However, I'll be keeping close eye because this is not to be ignored at all. Okay, I know everybody's talking about 100K and also bullish as far as overall trend is concerned, but the recent development cannot be ignored and it has to be watched very closely. So the condition that I have is I need to see it breaking above 60K and above, right? And stay there. If I that was an alert. If I get more than, I mean, if it cannot break above 60K, and until that happens, I consider this as a risk. Okay. So this is something I wanted to show you on 1 day scale. Now let me quickly open 4 hour and drill down further to show you. Wow, see my alerts are buzzing. No, that means the other alerts are dipping. I'll remove this arrow. It's going to be annoying. It looks like we need alerts. Alerts are very important. Okay, now look at what is. So we are focusing on this part of the wave. There is a clear symmetry. What do you mean by that? Do you see V shape here? Right. So what is happening here is this is a V shape, right? This is a V shape. But now it is expanding. So first it expanded like this and created the right side of the wing. And that's where I realized there's something to be watched, right? Then it expanded further, and I'll show you how. So it is balancing the left hand side like this. Maybe I can make it more precise like this. How it is balancing is like this, and then this. And now if we look at if it is extending, so it is now covering this part of the. I will not go too much in detail, but I want to show you what it is going to do, right? And now if so this part is like kind of an extension of this one. So the point is there is symmetry. This is the V shape, and then there is left hand side and the right hand side. That's why we saw this one. Now, what there is one simple method. We should draw a line, very simple line like this, okay, and then another line showing what happened here is if you look at this one like this one, I may be using different color, maybe blue, and you see what happened. This is left hand side, this is right hand side. This is what I wanted to show you, the symmetry. And then you may say, okay, you know what, this point is connecting to this point, which makes sense, maybe with a different color. Mm, orange, let's say. So green is showing the top, then you see blue is matching with this right hand side and left hand side, and this is again matching with this. So all these points are just completing the right hand side of this over this specific pattern. Now the point is that's why this level is very important, 53K level. Why? Because then it will match with this one, something like. And also I may extend it like this. I would show this with red because it's a significant one, right? So it can be this red line, which is around 53K, as I said. So to me, anything around this level is fine. Let it play around, no worries. As soon as it starts breaking, let me also define this one, this band, right? This band like this. So as soon as anything in this region is all right. What we want is to at least break above 60K. As soon as it breaks above 60K, then I think it should be able to shoot up and go for 70K, 80K level. However, so this is kind of a no trade zone, or I would say it's a bit indecisive at this moment. So I don't want anyone to assume that it's going to go and crash below at this moment. However, as we need to be watchful, that's for sure, and we have to keep our mind open. As I said, to me, levels drive, and this level matter. As soon as this is broken below, I am on alert. If this is broken below, then I'll take care of my risk, and that's how I see. Of course, if I zoom out, then there's another level and so on. But who cares? I mean, once this is broken, this is too deep. And if you think about BTC and if you think about us, they'll literally bleed. So mm, I would not wait for this level. I would take action from risk management point of view somewhere here. Okay, this is not a financial advice, as I said, but the point is, it is important to know that where the structure could break, and if this red level is broken below, then this overall structure might break. Now, in the worst case scenario, I can talk about worst case scenario, but at this moment, I think if I talk about that, and then people might jump on it, and who knows. So I would not go into that. But if, let's say, if it has to happen and it breaks below all these levels, then this could go up to 34K. But as I said, I'm not assuming at this moment or thinking about it, because it's far. I mean, it hasn't broken the key level. However, it's just a scenario. So let's watch this level, what it does in this range. And we should, as I said, this is the condition. It must break above 60K. And until that happens, we should be watchful. I think that's it. I just wanted to share what I was observing. I hope this you will find useful. Don't forget to subscribe it. So if there is any new video, I'm also planning to go live. So if there's a new video or if I go live, you would come to know. So subscribe and follow this channel and retweet, because I'm going to upload on post on Twitter. So try to spread this video as much as you could. Thank you all.